Merry Christmas, Creative Living Fellowship. It is my honor and privilege to be performing for you on such a beautiful and special evening.
Hello, CLF family. Charity Lockhart here. I pray that God hold you and keep you safe and healthy, continue to bless you abundantly, you and your family this whole holiday season. Merry Christmas to you all. I miss you and I hope to see you soon. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Hello, CLF. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays and say thank you for including me in the Christmas Eve gathering. And thank you for including me in the Creative Living Fellowship family. I feel your love and I am sending you lots of gratitude and happy vibes.
Blessed, blessed Christmas to you. Very happy holidays and a prosperous, ridiculously prosperous new year. I love you all dearly. I will see you again very, very soon.
Hi, this is Reverend Glenn, and me and Jingle Pig would like to wish you a happy holidays and a glorious and happy 2021. Blessings to you.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while vision of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap.
When out of the roof there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and Saint Nicholas too.
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed in all fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack.
His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry! His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump on a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
And to all a good night.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. And Jingle Bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. A mix and a mingle and a jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. Happy holidays.
And happy holidays to you, Reverend Glenn. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to the youth ministry. That was such a wonderful presentation by the youth ministry, and it brought joy to my heart, made me smile a lot. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our candlelight service, our Christmas Eve service, where we have the special candlelighting at the end. I'm the Reverend Dr. Sherry F. McCreary. I'm the senior minister here at Creative Living Fellowship, and it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you here this evening. I'm so happy that you were able to spend this time with us. You know, last year we had planned, right after Christmas, I planned that we were going to have a big concert this Christmas with all of our favorite friends here to sing for us and to provide music for us. And as we know, that didn't happen. So tonight we have a modified version of what we had planned for last year. So instead of a big concert with all of our favorite friends, we're going to have a modified, not concert, but music time, music festival with some of our favorite friends who are here. So we're going to have some beautiful readings and some of our favorite Christmas music. I invite you to take the readings into your heart and just allow them to find a resting place in your heart and sing along with the music. And since you're at home on Zoom, you can sing as loudly as you want to sing and just really enjoy and get into the Christmas season. So I will not be talking throughout this time. We will go from one thing to the next, and without me stopping to tell you what's going to happen next. So we will just go with the flow as the evening unfolds. But I will tell you that right now we're going to start out with practitioner Peter Waring, who's going to bring us a reading and our opening prayer. Peter.
Good evening. I will light candles this Christmas, candles of joy despite all sadness, candles of hope where despair keeps watch, candles of courage for fear ever present, candles of peace for tempest-tossed days, candles of graces to ease heavy burdens, candles of love to inspire all my living, candles that will burn all the year long. So let's take this into prayer. And recognizing that spark within us that gives us life. That's our light. That's the light of God already shining within us. And as I focus my attention on that light, it grows. And I grow in the understanding that I am one with this power, one with God, one with everything, one with that which created the universe. I am the candle, and God is the light. We are one. And knowing this truth, I speak my word for our service tonight. I already know that there is joy and peace already in play as we have opened this service. And I know there is joy and peace available in each and every one of us. And I shine my light on that right now. I shine my light on you. And I shine my light and give blessing and joy to all those who are participating in this service, all those involved with putting this on and keeping it all together. And I give joy and blessing to our musical inspirations, those involved. Thank you, God. And as I know that joy and peace is already at play in this service, I know too that the joy and peace will come alive in the remarks from Reverend Sherry tonight. And I am grateful for that. So knowing that these words have already been spoken and joy and love is already present and already in play, I am grateful and I give thanks and I release these words. And so it is.
Amazing Peace, a Christmas poem by Maya Angelou. Thunder rumbles in the mountain passes, and lightning rattles the eaves of our houses. Floodwaters await in our avenues. Snow falls upon snow falls upon snow to avalanche over unprotected villages. The sky slips low and gray and threatening. We question ourselves. What have we done to so affront nature? We interrogate and worry God. Are you there? Are you there really? Does the covenant you made with us still hold? Into this climate of fear and apprehension, Christmas enters, streaming lights of joy, ringing bells of hope, and singing carols of forgiveness high in the bright air. The world is encouraged to come away from rancor, come with the way of friendship. It is the glad season. Thunder ebbs to silence, and lightning sleeps quietly in the corner. Floodwaters recede into memory. The quiet earth reminds us of peace. Snow becomes a yielding cushion to aid us as we make our way to higher ground.
Hope is born again in the faces of children. It rides on the shoulders of our age as they walk into their sunsets. Hope spreads around the earth, brightening all things, even hate, which crouches breeding in dark corridors. In our joy, we think we hear a whisper. At first, it is too soft, then only half heard. We listen carefully as it gathers strength. We hear a sweetness, a word. The word is peace. It is loud now. It is louder, louder than the explosion of bombs. We tremble at the sound. We are thrilled by its presence. It is what we have hungered for. Not just the absence of war, but true peace. A harmony of spirit, a comfort of courtesies, security for our beloveds and their beloveds. We clap hands and welcome the peace of Christmas. We beckon this good season to wait a while with us. We, Baptist and Buddhist, Methodist and Muslim, say, come, peace.
Come and fill us and our world with your majesty. We, the Jew and the Jainist, the Catholic and the Confucian, implore you to stay a while with us, so we may learn by your shimmering light how to look beyond complexion and see community. It is Christmas time, a halting of hate time. On this platform of peace, we can create a language to translate ourselves and to each other. At this holy instant, we celebrate the birth of Jesus the Christ into the great religions of the world. We jubilate the previous advent of trust. We shout with glorious tongues the coming of hope. All the earth's tribes loosen their voices to celebrate the promise of peace.
We, angels and mortals, believers and non-believers, look heavenward and speak the word aloud, peace. We look at our world and speak the word aloud, peace. We look at each other and into ourselves, and we say without shyness or apology or hesitation, peace, my brother, peace, my sister, peace, my soul, peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, we are family. Let us walk with each other, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin. Let it begin. Oh, let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let it begin with me.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kit Holmes. Thank you so much, Maggie and Reverend John. Let's take a breath together. We've been talking all month about let there be peace on earth. That's been the theme for the month at CLF. And our theme for this evening is peace on earth. And if ever there was a time that we really need and want peace on earth, it is now. And so this evening is devoted to that idea of peace on earth, and allowing peace to begin with me, because that's the only way that we can have peace on earth, is that it begins with each one of us. And as I've said over and over throughout the month, let peace begin with me. That has to be our mantra. Let peace begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And I even ask the congregation to make a 100% commitment to peace this month of December. Of course, I'm going to ask you to extend that beyond this month, but for now, we were talking about making a 100% commitment to peace. And this is the season that we think of peace, and we think of joy, we think of love, when we really can be thinking of it all month long. However, the Christmas season, that is so different this year, so different than any Christmas that we have spent in our lifetimes, that we really have to open our hearts and open our minds to the realization that peace is already within us, that love is already within us, that wholeness is already within us, because that one power, that one presence, that one life, that one mind, that is God, is right where we are. It is our very life. And so all the qualities of God are right where we are. And when, to the degree that we can open our hearts and open our minds to that, then we can really, really begin to experience peace on earth, experience peace in our lives, experience peace in our hearts, experience peace in our minds. You know, this is a season of the birth of the man Jesus, but on a broader scale, we know that it is the birth of the Christ consciousness. Jesus, the Christ, was born, the Christ consciousness. And so we are celebrating tonight the birth of the Christ consciousness. And that Christ consciousness is born within each of us every moment of every day. So Ernest Holmes says the Christ consciousness is born to the degree that we can surrender our limited sense of life to that divine realization of the wholeness and the unity of God. When we can surrender our limited sense of life to the divine realization of the wholeness and the unity of God, then we are giving birth to that Christ consciousness over and over and over again. And that surrender is something that has to take place over and over and over again. Because we surrender now and then something comes up, because we live in a world of facts. We live in a world of humans. And so something is always happening, something unexpected, something that we don't like, something that we don't want, or thoughts are going through our minds, or whatever the case may be. Someone says something that really upsets us, or someone does something that we're really upset with, or some event happens, or some circumstance, or some situation that we'd like not to have to experience. And it disturbs our peace. It disturbs our peace. And we start to look at those things as being what life, the bigger life, is all about, without recognizing that those are conditions. Those are conditions. And so to the degree that we can surrender our idea of life in a limited sense, and surrender our idea of our livingness in a limited sense, and not get caught up in the conditions, and not get caught up in the circumstances and the situations and the events that happen, to the degree that we can surrender that and open our minds and open our hearts and open our entire beingness to that divine realization of wholeness, of oneness, of unity with the all that is, then that's when we move into the Christ consciousness. And in the Christ consciousness, there is peace. That's how we get to experience peace, by really moving into that Christ consciousness and living in that Christ consciousness. When we make the commitment, that 100% commitment to peace in our lives, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that means for you, if it needs to be releasing anger, releasing blame, releasing shame, releasing guilt, if it needs to be forgiving someone, forgiving yourself, if it needs to be not holding a grudge, not holding resentment and all that stuff, if it needs to be making any kind of change, growing in a different way, living life in a different kind of way, thinking differently. You know, our entire teaching is based on change your thinking, change your life. And when we can make a commitment to start thinking differently, then we're making a commitment to allowing peace to begin with us. Because when we start thinking differently and start to think in terms of unity, and start to think in terms of oneness, starting to think in terms of our oneness with the all that is, then we are opening our minds and opening our hearts to not only peace, but peace of mind. And that's what so many of us need right here and right now, is peace of mind. Peace of mind, so that we are not concerned so much about what's happening out there, but what's happening in here. And the more we can turn within to our spiritual practice, the more we can remember to fasten our spiritual seatbelts over and over and over again, the more we can return to our meditation, to our prayer, to our visioning, to our affirmations, whatever, chanting, yoga practice, whatever our practice may be, to the degree that we can turn to that over and over and over again, we are really practicing the presence of God. And as we practice the presence of God more and more and more, then we are surrendering our limited sense of life. And we're opening ourselves to that divine realization of wholeness and unity with God. And as we do this, as I said before, then we start to experience that peace that is already within us. We don't get peace from outside someplace. We don't get peace from over there. Nobody brings us peace. The peace is already within us. And so we have to learn to open up so that we can allow that peace that already is to be revealed in and through and as our very lives. And so this is how the Christ consciousness is born within each of us on a daily basis. And particularly this time of year when we're so aware of the birth of Jesus the Christ and of the Christ consciousness. And so I invite you to keep your commitment, keep your 100% commitment to peace this month and throughout all of 2021, because we are still faced with the unknown. We're always faced with the unknown, but it seems like it's more intense right now, the unknown is. And so as we go through this time of the real unknown, as we go through the time that we're hearing all kinds of different things about what's going to happen, all kinds of predictions of darkness, as I've said before. Allow that peace to come forth. Allow that peace to be established within, because when that peace is established, that light that is within us can begin to shine brightly. That light that is within us, our lights can begin to shine and shine and shine. And that's what we want to do. We want to be the light in the darkness. We want to be the light in the darkness. And when we are in the light that's in the darkness, then we are also the peace that's established. We are also the peace that's established. And so I invite you to let peace begin with you. Let peace begin with you right here and right now. Make that commitment. And even if you made it and you fell off the wagon, that's fine. Just get up, brush yourself off, and fasten your seatbelts and get back on that peace wagon again. And allow yourself to be established in that one power, that one presence, that one mind, that one life that is God and that is peace itself. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let that be your mantra. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow to live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. So let's take a breath as we just turn within in this moment. Just turning within to that place of peace, turning within to that place of knowing absolutely that there is but one life, there's but one power, there's but one presence, there's but one mind, there's but one breath, there's but one peace. I choose to call this one God. But I know by any other name, it is the source of our being. I know that it is my life. It is the life of each of us here this evening. And so just knowing this truth, I speak the word for each of us. I speak a word of peace for each of us. Just knowing that peace is established in all of our lives. Knowing that peace and peace of mind are established in all of our lives. As we release and let go of anything that is unlike that peace, we release and let go of worry, release and let go of doubt, release and let go of fear, release and let go of anger, release and let go of discomfort or dis-ease of any kind. And open our hearts and open our minds to that source and that power and that presence that is within us right here and right now, and allow it to be established. It's established in our lives as healing on every level of our being, wholeness on every level of our being. It shows up as forgiveness. It shows up as love. It shows up as compassion. It shows up as healing in the body temple. And so the word goes out to anyone who needs healing this night in their body temple, knowing that every organ, cell, tissue function of the body is responding to that radiant healing presence of God. Healing in our bodies of affairs. Healing in our bodies of affairs, because I know that in everything that's going on, the power and the presence of God is. I know that it is bringing comfort to those who have lost loved ones, those who may have been affected in some way by COVID-19 or any other illness or dis-ease. The power and the presence of God is in the midst, comforting, loving, lifting up, healing, caring for. And so I just know absolutely that as we move forward from this place, that God has already gone before, making straight our way in all ways, in all things, and that all is well. Regardless of the appearance, regardless of the names of anything, regardless of the facts, the truth is that God is in the midst of everything, and that there is peace on earth. And I open my mind, open my heart, and speak the word for each of us to open our hearts and allow that peace to be revealed in and through and as each one of us. This prayer goes out, of course, to anyone on this planet needing a prayer this day, knowing that there is peace established in this world this day, and that peace begins to reveal itself in ways that we cannot even imagine in the midst of every situation and circumstance, because God is in the midst of everything. And so I simply say thank you, Father, Mother God, for the word spoken here. Thank you for the perfect manifestation of peace in each and every life. I know indeed that all is well, for I know indeed that all is God. I simply allow it to be now. And so it is.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, the child is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy, in grateful chorus rise we. Let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Forever we praise, we
Oh, thank you, Charity. Let's all take a breath together. That was so wonderful. And now we're going to move into our offering time. This is our conscious giving and receiving time, the time that we give of our tithes and offerings right here at Creative Living Fellowship. You can press the donate button on our website, or you can click on the comments section, the link on the comments section to donate, or you can text to give. But however you choose to give, we certainly appreciate your continued support of Creative Living Fellowship. So why don't we just move into our offering blessing together now? Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Come, they told me, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. A newborn king to see, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. To lay before the king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, when we come. Little baby, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. I am a poor boy too, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. I have no gift to bring, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. That's fit to give a king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum, rum-pum-pum-pum. Shall I play for him, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, on my drum?
thank you, Adam Smith. That was so wonderful. Let's all take a breath together now. We're about to move into the candle lighting service. And while I'm talking, if you don't have your candles ready, you can grab one now because we'd like for you at home to participate in this part of the service with us. First of all, I'd like to just tell you a few things that are going on. You know that our offices will be closed on starting, well, from now until January 4th. So we'll see you on January 4th if you want to call us or connect with us after then. I'd like to thank the amazing participants that we've had here this evening at the youth ministry. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation, and all of our amazing musicians, our favorite friends who have joined us this evening. I really appreciate your being here and your wonderful music that you've brought to us, and our amazing participants who have done the readings for us, Maggie and John and Peter. And we're going to have the practitioners who are also going to be doing some readings as we go into the candle lighting service. So I hope that I've talked long enough now for you to get your candles and be ready to light your candles when it's time. I'll let you know when that is. Right now, the practitioners will start the candle lighting service. Each one of them will do a brief reading and light their candles. And then when they're done, I will light my candle and I will invite you to light your candles also while the music is going on. I'll come back and remind you of that. But for right now, we're going to have the candle lighting starting with the practitioners.
Christmas is a season of affirmation. I affirm my faith in the little graces of life, the urgency of growth, the strength of laughter, and the vitality of friendship. I make an act of faith toward all mankind, where doubts would linger and suspicions brood.
I affirm my confidence in the dignity of humankind, our fortitude in despair, our strength in weakness, our love in hatred. I make an act of joy toward all sad hearts where laughter pales and tears abound.
I affirm my joy in the experience of living, the fragrance of nostalgia, the scattered moments of delight, the exhilaration of danger. I make an act of trust toward all of life, where fears preside and distrusts keep watch.
I affirm my need for my fellows, the offerings of faith, the gifts of variety, the quality of difference. I make an act of love toward friend and foe, where trust is weak and hate burns bright.
I affirm my hunger for God, the desire for fulfillment, the ache for understanding, the sense of peace. I make a deed to God of all my days and look out on life with quiet eyes. Christmas is my season of affirmation.
Jesus the Christ said, "You are the light of the world." And with that in mind, I light my candle. And I invite each of you at home to light your candles along with us. And I forgot to ask you to dim the lights in your room where you are so that all of our candles can be seen, our lights can be seen tonight. We are the light of the world. I invite you to allow your light to shine, shine, shine like never before, knowing that no matter how small a light is, it dispels the darkness. And so as we light our candles tonight, we are affirming that we are the light of the world. So I invite you to light your candles during the time that we're singing, that Silent Night is playing, and you can sing along with it.
shepherds quake at the sight. Glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Just allow your light to continue to shine so brightly. We've come now to the end of our service, and I am so glad that you were here with us this evening. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and to remind you to keep your light burning and let your candles continue to shine so that as we broadcast, those who are watching us online can see our lights shining so brightly. Merry Christmas to everyone. I miss you. I love you. And be safe wherever you are. And know that you're blessed. Thank you. Good night.